Ladies and gentlemen, week 0 is in the books, and we have already had a phenomenal college football season. How's it going, everybody? I'm Grant Flood, along with Lennon Lay and Drew Humphrey. We are back, Season 2, Episode 2 of Campus Gridiron, where we hope to deliver a weekly college football podcast. We all want to get out of our system, so we are not going to waste any more time. Of course, Saturday in Ireland, a certain someone of us three may or may have not called it. All three of us knew it was going to be a close game. It was, last second field goal, but only one man was brave enough to predict the upset of the Yellow Jackets, and that was Lennon. So enjoy your gloating. You're the only one undefeated throughout week 0.
Oh man, that was so fun to watch. I knew it was okay. That pick was like 10% biased because I really did believe Georgia Tech could win that game. But I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, when their kicker made that 59-yard field goal to go to halftime. They're like, oh, we might be. But no, Georgia Tech's gonna be sneaky good in the ACC this year. And I've told you guys Florida State's downfall for the last episode last year, so I'm praying on their downfall, and it's happening. So I'm happy. I'm pretty happy as long as we don't lose to Miami. Well, but other than that, we'll be. But yeah, we're good. We're happy. I'm good. 2-0. I'm probably gonna lose every game this week now, though. I don't think my luck's gonna continue. But yeah, it was a great game to kick off
last week. It was obviously this one, and we all three predicted SMU to beat Nevada. But this obviously was the wild card of the bunch. Georgia Tech, we know, will most likely be about a 500 caliber team this year. You know that they're going to be playing tough against these tough ACC opponents like Florida State, like Miami, and they come away. You know, if this game is in Florida State, do they lose? Maybe. Imagine if King doesn't even recover the fumble that happened 2 plays prior to the field goal. If Florida State recovers that fumble, does Florida State go down the field and win the game? A lot of questions, but Drew, you're pretty much the only one I haven't talked to about this game yet. So I'm curious what you think this means for the Yellow Jackets moving forward, and most importantly, how does this affect Florida State down the road?
Well, starting at where this game came from, or what my reaction to this game is, Florida State. What in the fuck happened, man? You had all the hype going into the season to start off the season well against a not very good Georgia Tech team, which we thought was going to happen. But Georgia Tech comes out. They get a good drive, the good first drive with I don't know if you guys saw the touchdown on the first drive for Georgia Tech, but that quarterback was like, fuck it, and just ran right into the gut of that defensive tackle. So, just great football being played by Georgia Tech. Horrible football being played from the boys from Tally. So, I think Georgia Tech is gonna have, like you said, a pretty decent year for their standards, going maybe 6-6. Maybe I'll give them an extra 7-6. Sure, get a bowl game win, but I don't think that Florida State will rebound very well from this, especially because of how they came back from halftime, where they had all the momentum with the 59-yard field goal, like Lennon said, which we were freaking out about that in our group chat. We were texting each other when that happened. Yeah. We're like, what the hell?
We were truly said college kickers can't consistently make anything over 40, and then the Florida State kicker drills a 52 and a 59-yarder, which, by the way, if you saw on our Instagram page on Sunday, we will be trying to post the top plays from every week, and that 59-yard field goal, it made the cut. So, shout out to Fitzgerald. I think Nick Fitzgerald's his name, the Florida State kicker. Very impressive.
Yeah, he's gonna. I think we're gonna have a kicker go in the first round whenever he gets drafted. So
He'd be the first kicker since Sebastian Janikowski. Believe it or not.
Wow, that is the name
Yeah.
I haven't heard in a long time.
Oh, I'm here all day with the random NFL names, but that was pretty much week 0 in a nutshell. It was an upset. We all predicted it would be close, but Lennon, like I said, he was the one brave enough to actually say the words, Georgia Tech wins. I said whoever would win, it would be a one-possession game. That deemed to be true. Drews said he was pretty convinced Florida State was going to win, but it was going to be close. So that one was interesting. The other game we predicted actually came down to the last second here, which was Nevada versus SMU. Now, Nevada had the lead pretty much the entire second half, but leave it up to junior tight end RJ Maryland, 162-yard performance, gets the game-winning touchdown with about 1 minute and 10 seconds left. SMU escapes with the 29-24 win. How does this affect SMU moving forward, or you think this is just a one-off and they just want to get the week 0 jitters out of the way?
I think now having SMU move from the garbage fire that is the American Athletic Conference, where my beautiful, beautiful Bulls are stuck there for probably another year and a half, to go to what's now left of the ACC, which SMU is still trying to find its footing in that also garbage fire of a conference right now. The whole conference landscape in college football is pretty much a garbage fire at this point. But we can talk about that later.
So inconsistent. Inconsistent.
I do think SMU is going to bounce back from this. Nevada played the absolute ass off of their team. Like, they played every single snap like it counted, like it was the last snap they're ever going to play. So I think they're really going to have I can't believe I'm saying this. I think Nevada's going to have a pretty good year. I think they're going to get a positive record this year, and I hope that happens, because I know I've said some things about Nevada in the past where I'm sorry, Wolfpack fans. I'm sorry. But you guys have not been good in a long time. But I really think they're going to have a good year. SMU also going to have a pretty good year in the ACC. I'm sure they're going to lose to some teams like, well, actually, I think they're going to beat FSU this year after watching what happened. But it's okay, because we all know Florida will not win against FSU. So FSU can just get all their wins or losses out of the way and then get a free win at the end of the year. So it would be all okay for them, going back to what I was saying.
Okay, that's funny. We're not losing to Florida State this year, but okay. Florida State's going, oh, come on, bro. FSU's going 0-12. We know this already. Come on. Okay. I don't know. SMU's going to, I don't know. I think they're going to bounce back. I think this was just week 0 on the road, not really finding their rhythm. They're going to find their rhythm. The ACC's not that good other than, FSU was, and they're not. SMU's going to bounce back. I think they can bounce back. It's going to be interesting if they lose early on in the year. They have another close game with a team they should beat by 30. Then I'll probably start to push the panic button. But I think they'll bounce back from this. I'm not too.
And one last game, I guess we got to talk about Montana State. We didn't even bring this game up last week. And the next thing you know, Montana State is coming back from 21 points down, scoring 90-yard touchdowns and winning in the fourth.
Poor New Mexico.
Oh, poor New Mexico.
Come on now. We knew the Lobos ain't going to do shit this year.
They are.
They should. Montana State's an FCS school and got paid $360,000 to come to New Mexico, and they got to check in the win. So good for them. But New Mexico should have at least won this game. Like, it shouldn't have been that close. And they blew a lead, too, which is, they have 21 or something, I think it was.
Yep, 21 unanswered, scored by Montana State to win it.
And Montana State's going to win the FCS championship. Let's go.
You want to shake on that? I'll shake on that. I don't think they're going to win. I think it's going to be either North Dakota State again or South Dakota State again. It's going to be either one of those because they can't seem to lose in the FCS, I guess.
Yeah, North Dakota State's a pretty good team. I'm not going to shake on that just yet. Let's see after week 2.
We'll get to a game I'm actually looking forward to this week, actually. But moving on.
Moving on to Thursday. Yes, we don't have to wait until Saturday this week. We actually have games on Thursday. I did not make a graphic for this game, but Lennon did want to talk about it, and I think it is going to be an extremely interesting one. North Dakota State versus Colorado. Lennon, I don't know why you wanted to talk about this game so much, but you have the floor.
This is the game I was wanting to talk about. Yes, this is great.
North Dakota State is by far one of the best teams to ever come out of FCS competition. I think they went undefeated last year, won their championship. And Colorado's,
They're just the overhyped train that no one will shut up about. Yes, we can say that here.
Yeah, I don't like talking about Colorado, but I'm not hyping them up. Colorado's going to win this game. It's going to be a hell of a lot closer than people think it's going to be. Like, I think North Dakota State's going to have Jason. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. But I think Dion's going to have his – I don't know. But this game will be sneaky close. I'm just pay attention to that game Thursday night.
I'm with you on that one, too. I have Colorado winning by a possession.
Drew,
what do you think?
If Colorado loses to North Dakota State.
Oh, we're going to clown so hard.
Yeah.
I will come on here next week and absolutely tear apart Deion Sanders because Deion is a player, great player, one of the best defensive backs players in NFL history, right? College football history.
Yeah.
But when you are running a program like the Colorado Buffaloes out of Boulder, Colorado, right? And you face on a Thursday night North Dakota State and you lose, right? Because it's going to happen. They're going to lose. Colorado's going to lose, okay? I don't care if it's a last-second field goal or by 42. They're going to lose, okay? Shedeur Sanders is going to have a career-worst game. Travis Hunter, he's going to do his thing, whatever. Travis Hunter, I like Travis Hunter. But moral of the story, Colorado is going to have another shitty fucking year. They're going to go even worse. I am saying they're going 3-9.
Wow. Hey, that's still an improvement from one
I feel like
from
they
a few years ago.
finished low, but 3-9?
I don't believe them. That's just what it is, man.
Wow.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I know. I don't think 3-9.
I don't think that bad. I think they might finish like 5-7. I think
no, they're not improving. No, they are not improving from last year at all.
All right. That's
okay. There we go.
Nice
That might be our
these
first
type of
Instagram clip of the video. There you go. All right, moving on to one last game I want to talk about on Thursday. Lennon, your second favorite team, the Tar Heels, they will be traveling to Minnesota to face the Golden Gophers. I think this could be another very tight game, first game that North Carolina is going to have without Drake May in about 2 years since Sam Howell left. How do you think this is going to affect North Carolina, and do we see this game against Minnesota a trap game of sorts?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just because it's on the road and we don't have Drake May, and I'm not really too sure how the Tar Heels are going. I think North Carolina wins. I trust Mac Brown, but being on the road in Minnesota is not ideally where you want to start with a new quarterback. I think Max Johnson's going to be the starter. I'm pretty sure I have to go back and check. It's a close QB competition over there. I'd have to go back and look at him, but if it's Max Johnson, I think North Carolina will be fine. But this is definitely a trap game, and they can't take Minnesota lightly. No matter Minnesota being Minnesota, Tar Heels are favored to win close. But yeah,
do you want to know the spread for this game?
Yeah, what's up?
It's 1.5.
Well, damn. Yeah, this is a trap game. Minnesota can win this game, but I'm gonna stay true to my baby blue and rock with my Tar Heels in this one. But North Carolina can f around and lose this game, but I don't think they're going to. I
also see UNC coming into Honey Bake Stadium in Minnesota and actually doing very well against the Golden Gophers. I mean, coming off a loss against WVU. I mean, they lost by 20, but you also got to look at the schedules for Minnesota where they barely won against Bowling Green. So you really got to think about how UNC is just a better team overall. They barely lost to Clemson last year. I wouldn't say barely lost to NC State last year. They lost by 19, but
we're a basketball school, so okay.
I mean, you can tell yourself that. I mean, Florida's gonna be a basketball team or a basketball and baseball school here soon. So
I'm aware of that too.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I see the Tar Heels doing very well against Golden Gophers.
I am quickly looking through Friday's games, and I just have to bring up, as someone who, unlike you guys, does not live in Florida and lives up in the East Coast.
If you say something about Elon, I'm gonna fucking punch you.
Dude, Colgate versus Maine is looking like a solid matchup. I'm not gonna lie. Go Maine, baby. I love it. They're at home. Ride the momentum. This is going to be the best team they play all year, and they're probably going to get destroyed. But, what? Maine is playing Oklahoma in November?
Hey, Maine for the upset, baby. Let's go.
I'm just looking at Maine's schedule. I was just going on how Colgate's going to be the best team they play all year. And then I see Oklahoma.
I don't even know Colgate had a football team, so that's something.
What do we think the score is going to be to this game in the middle of October, where Missouri goes to travel against UMass?
You know what's
hysterical? I have a friend who went to UMass.
I have a friend who went to UMass, and he was convincing me hardcore to go to the game and make a YouTube vlog. So maybe I will. I don't know.
At least you get to watch an SEC team play. So
I don't know. My friend was suggesting I go and make a vlog for the channel. So
go for it.
Screw it, right?
Yeah, go for it.
But anyways, on to the real stuff. Enough of this shenanigans. We are on to real college football. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a banger starting at 12 o'clock where the number 1 ranked Georgia Bulldogs will be on the road against Clemson, who I believe comes into this year ranked number 13. Wow. This is a classic SEC versus ACC. This could go either way. But
Grant, I'm not really sure where you're coming from. Where this could go either way, because Georgia's winning by at least 28. So I don't know where you're coming from. Where this could go either way.
You think this is gonna be a blowout?
No, I mean, like I really think the blood's gonna be beautiful to watch, because I cannot stand Dabo Swinney. Dabo Swinney is the most joke of a coach in college football. Have you seen the TikToks this man makes? Like the fucking gloves? Have you seen this?
Yes, we have. Or I have.
I have, yes.
What a joke of a coach.
Because he makes a couple of TikToks?
I don't. Dabo's cool. He's all right with me. He beat Alabama. He beat Nick Saban in Alabama twice. I'm happy. Or twice. Once. Clemson beat Alabama a few years ago. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on this one. Georgia's not going to be what they were the past couple of years, but Clemson has fallen off really hard. They had a really rough year last year. They kind of got hot towards the end, but they started out really bad. Georgia wins this game by at least 14.
I'm with more Lennon's pick here. I think more 14-17. I think 16.5 should be the spread. if I was a betting man. But Carson Beck coming back for his senior year, and I guess with how quarterback heavy last year's class was, we weren't really surprised that he elected to stay another year at Georgia. I think the big shocker last year was J.J. McCarthy entering the draft. We kind of thought if anyone was going to stay, it was going to be him, and it ended up being Carson Beck. So very interesting.
JJ got hurt
there.
and tore his leg.
Yeah, and then but Carson Beck, he's going to have a shot at the Heisman this year. I know he lost Brock Bauer, but you bring in that traitor down from South Florida. Screw Trevor Etienne, but he will be a vital key to that offense. Whether we like to admit it or not, he's going to be efficient right away. Georgia has a great history of amazing running backs, Herschel Walker and Nick Chubb, and I think Etienne could join that list very quickly because I think he's going to have a really good season. They lost Brock Bauer, and I know losing Lab McConkey, so losing those two receiving weapons is going to hurt a lot. But I think Georgia will be fine because they always do well in the recruit games. So
yeah,
they do. And Etienne already joined the DUI list, so
he did. He did get arrested earlier in the offseason.
If I may, Lennon, we have some news from the South. Our favorite waffle place, Waffle House, has just released a new thing. S'mores waffles, ladies and gentlemen. S'mores waffles.
Okay, I have never been to Waffle House, but now
I've never been to Waffle House either. Bro, go to Denny's.
I love Denny's.
Denny's is great.
Denny's IHOP is good too.
IHOP's all right. There you go.
I don't like pancakes.
I'm
so I
sorry.
get IHOP burgers.
The Waffle House. What am I, Trevor Lawrence?
On this earth for 20 motherfucking years, and you have never been to the heart and soul of the South.
No, especially Florida. No, I haven't. Well, because growing up, my parents always said it's only people who eat there are hungover from the night before. So I never really
That's the fun of it. You go to Waffle House and you have the time of your life with drunk people. Especially at 3 a.m. That's when it's the most fun.
Hey. Who's the youngest of the three, by the way? Just thought I'd mention that.
Dude, hey, next time you come to Orlando, we can go to Waffle House. I promise.
I will take you to Waffle House, yes.
Next time you come to Orlando, we'll go to, or if there's one in Tampa, we'll go in October if we.
Yes, I am indeed the youngest one of the group. I think it's like a 4-year gap between me and the middle person.
Ay. By the way, don't you be sleeping on Denny's. All right, so we're all in consensus. Georgia wins.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on.
College football right now. I can't do it.
We're moving on from Georgia. We're moving on from
breakfast.
Damn Waffle House and Denny's. On to the swamp. Miami versus Florida. Florida comes into this game unranked on the official poll. However, a lot of outside sources believe Florida should be ranked somewhere in the high 20s. Miami comes into this game ranked at number 19 overall. They will be on the road. Lennon will be in attendance, so he'll get to tell us about the experience on next week's episode. The main focus we wanted to talk about, Lennon, was this is Cam Ward's first start. Tyler Van Dyke transferred to Wisconsin. They bring in Cam Ward, one of the biggest transfers from Washington State last year. But now he's got to go up against real SEC defenses. How does that affect him early on in the season, getting used to the new style of defense?
I think Miami's going to have a really good year this year. I think they're going to be really good in the ACC. However, it's week 1 in a hostile environment in 100,000-degree weather with 100% humidity. Now, maybe I'm sure he's had some time being in Miami to kind of adapt, but you can't prepare yourself for the humidity. You can practice all you want to. It's not. He's a good quarterback. I think he's going to struggle a lot. Florida, we win this game close, hard fought, only because we're at home. If we weren't at home, I'd pick Miami. The crowd, Graham Mertz, I want to say it again, if they throw the ball to Eugene Wilson, will be okay, but they don't listen to me ever.
Drew's about to rip you to shreds, so we'll just let him talk before I give my prediction on this one.
Go Gators.
Lennon, you're like a brother to me, man. But sometimes I worry about you, okay? I worry about you because you make they might be the stupidest predictions.
You said that about Georgia Tech, Florida State, and look who's right.
You are the luckiest man in the world for that game, okay?
It's all you need, bro. Look at the cards, baby.
Let me confirm that Florida will not put up over 14 points on Miami, okay?
Yeah, we will.
What?
No, you're not putting
14?
over 14 points.
Okay.
14. The big 1-4, okay? 1-4. Miami is about to run all over you. I don't even care if it's in the swamp. They live in the same state as you, buddy. That humidity doesn't matter. Humidity's worse in Miami. I can't even fathom what you just said. That Florida, the shit kicker of the SEC this year, it might beat the top 25 team. I can't fathom it. Go ahead, Grant. I really want to hear what you have to say.
Well, because I'm going to say this also kind of screams trap game on it, and I think whoever does come out on top, we could see another game-winning field goal scenario. I'm going to go the safe bet and pick Miami, lock it in, but I would not be shocked at all if Florida won this game. By the way, you mentioned how Florida's only going to score 14 points. I think that's crazy because Graham Mertz had one of the best completion percentages in all of the SEC last year. He is a talented quarterback, and he is a leader. He is a leader, and he has a strong arm, and I think having Elijah Wilson for another year, he's going to do well. I think Eugene Wilson's going to do really well this year.
Completion percentage doesn't matter if you get sacked on every play, which is going to happen in this game. I'm going to be sitting at home getting ready to go to my favorite team's game, which we'll get there in a second. But the fact that Miami will not let Florida get over 2 touchdowns, if that, is going to happen.
Oh, it's okay. University of sad fans over there. But
we had a better record than you, buddy.
You did. I'll give you that. You were the only team from the state of Florida to win a bowl game. I'll give you that.
Woo!
I'll give you props to that. You beat out Florida, UCF, Miami, and FSU. I was honestly really surprised, but not really. Florida's won like 35 straight home openers. It's going to continue.
Against Samford, against McNeese State. You're playing a top 25 team.
Miami is just like
ranked.
Miami is just like Florida State. They're not. I think they're over. They're gonna be good, but I don't think they're a top 25 team based off last year. If we look at last year, they should not be ranked 19th. But okay, Trey Wilson, Montrell Johnson Jr., Graham Mertz. Those 3 guys are going to be on the same page, and our defense is going to step up, and Florida wins. Close game, I'll say by 7 to 10 in that area there. But we're going to win this game. Miami is not winning. We're gonna do the U's down, and the Gators are gonna stifle the Hurricanes. So
I really hope you're right, buddy, but I don't know. The thing is, I trust Florida to win this game, but the question is, do I trust in Bill Napier? And that's where I perhaps don't. And
I'm with you on that one. I don't trust Napier either, but I believe in the players.
You mentioned Montrell Johnson, and he could have a breakout season now that ETN is gone. Johnson heading into his senior year, I believe. I mean, he could really have a breakout year now.
He will be the sole starter for running back this year, unless maybe we'll throw in one of our – we got a couple of good backups too. But Montrell Johnson Jr. will be a primary running back this year, yes.
So we're going to lock it in. Lennon picks Florida. Drew and Grant go with Miami. Moving on to our next matchup. And this one's an interesting one because you want to talk about teams that should not be ranked. I think Notre Dame is one of those teams. Every single year that gets ranked, but they don't show up at all every year. And listen, I know they just got Riley Leonard out of the transfer portal, and yeah, Riley Leonard will be fine. He was fine at Duke, so he's going to be fine here. Not a huge drop-off from Sam Hartman. And their defense is going to be fine, but what else does this team really bring?
Not a lot. I mean, we do this every year. Notre Dame gets ranked high. They play nobodies, and then they get smacked around by Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, Oregon, whoever. They don't got a nobody this week. Now, A&M hasn't really been top 10 caliber team, but Kyle Field's a tough place to play. Those fans are going to be rowdy. And I picked A&M to have a really good year this year in episode 1 as my biggest risers. I'm going to rock with the Aggies until week 3.
Until you realize they're very mediocre, and then you'll drop off the train.
Well, I mean, we play A&M week 3, so it's
oh, that's fair.
So go get. But I'm going to take the Aggies in this one. Close game, Aggies by 3. I think it's a shootout. I'm expecting a high-scoring offensive game here.
Notre Dame comes in ranked as 7th. Texas A&M comes in ranked as 20th. I, too, am going to pick the Aggies in this one, 27-24. This is going to be – you think it's going to be a shootout, Lennon. I think this is going to be a very defensive-heavy game. Would not be shocked if no team scores over 17-20. I think this is going to be a low-scoring first half. And then in the second half, both offenses kind of begin to gel, get a couple of touchdowns, comes down to the last minute. I'm going to go even bolder and say Texas A&M wins this not only by 3-7, a one-possession game. I'm going to say they also win it with a defensive stop.
Wow.
I'm bold. Give me the Aggies. I've never,
defense?
Since 2017, I've never been convinced that Notre Dame deserves the ranking they should have been. And last year, after they lost to Ohio State, I really did lose a lot of faith in this program.
But they also should have won that game.
They also should have won that game. They didn't because they blew it because of terrible coaching.
Yep, and their defense wasn't that good. I'm sure Drew's going to pick the Irish.
Drew's definitely going to pick Notre Dame and make us all look like idiots, but go ahead.
Go Irish.
Oh, no, his mic's muted.
He's also frozen for me.
Yeah, he's been frozen, unfortunately. Sorry, our apologies if Drew's camera continues to kind of freeze on and off.
Yeah.
He was coming out fine up until now, though. All right.
Hello.
All right. We can hear you. Your camera's frozen, but we can hear you. So go away, and if you get cut off, we'll try to make out what you're saying.
Go Irish. That's all I gotta say.
Go Irish? Okay. Notre Dame. So me and Lennon going for the upset pick on that one. I like it. I have faith in the Aggies.
Gig 'em, baby. Gig 'em.
They also, we talked about this last week too, how they lost a bunch of games last year by one possession, but those losses were against ranked teams.
Yeah,
so
like your Tennessee's, Alabama.
Not used to.
Yeah. No, I think A&M's going to be really good. Oh, hey, your camera's back. There you go. For me, anyway.
Yep, camera's back for Drew. Hopefully he sticks with us here as we move on to Sunday night football, college football edition. USC going up against LSU, and this one's interesting because this will be the Trojans' first game without Caleb Williams in almost 2 years, and this is going to be LSU's first game without Jaden Daniels in almost 2 years. So, what are we thinking here? LSU is at home and is the higher rank, by the way.
No, it's at Allegiant Stadium. They're in Vegas.
Oh, they're in Vegas? Okay.
Can I just pick like a tie? Because I don't really know about this one.
Ooh.
No clue. No idea.
So I hate Louisiana State University probably almost as much as I hate Florida State, Tennessee, Georgia. Go Tigers.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, I think I'm
I
gonna
think LSU wins this
pick
game.
I'm gonna pick LSU. Although it's interesting you mentioned if the game's played in Las Vegas, and I think that helps out the Trojans a little bit. I thought they were actually playing in LSU, and then I was thinking they were gonna get destroyed. But
Oh yeah, if they were playing
I'm gonna be
in Death
honest
Valley,
here. I'm looking at this quarterback for LSU, Garrett Nussmeier.
that's mine.
I've never heard of him before, and I don't know anything about really any of the LSU offense. I'm going to be honest. Outside of CJ Daniels, he sounds familiar. But I guess I'd have to put my faith in LSU's defense because I do think they're going to win. I know Brian Kelly is a very experienced head coach. And it's going to be, I don't know who LSU's going to throw out for quarterback or not, but give me Tigers by 17.
Yeah, their quarterback, Nussmeier, he's all right. He did okay in their bowl game against whoever LSU played. Wasn't Iowa? Was it Iowa? No, who did any? Wisconsin. Sorry, Wisconsin. He balled out against Wisconsin's backups. And a lot of people on SEC, or one of the guys on SEC Nation said he was going to win. He's the Heisman favorite. I don't think that's true. I think that guy was smoking something good. But he's an okay quarterback.
There's been no hype about LSU. You're always hearing the LSU hype. There's been none of that this offseason.
They're going to be okay. I mean, losing Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbors is definitely going to hurt their offense a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't think. Yeah, go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Are we all taking the Tigers in this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Go Tigers.
All right. Moving on. Drew, you have the floor. South Florida is winning this game by 28.
That's it? I'm saying 49. It's going to be, knowing our defense, it's going to be 63-10. So,
yeah.
That's it.
So, Bethune-Cookman University is going to go into South Florida and forget how to play football.
That's it. There it is.
Got USF's gonna. They shouldn't even give up 10. It should be like 90-0. So,
when you were explaining it at first, it sounded like they were going to go into South Florida, and I'm like, you are not going to say upset. I'm like, there is no way.
I did that on purpose. I wanted to get
State wins. You know what? I was saying 28 to be nice. I'll be mean. They win by 35.
I
62-10.
I wanted to get Drew's reaction to me saying Bethune-Cookman's going to come into South Florida. I wanted to see what he would say. But, yeah, no, USF.
I would have driven to Orlando and beat you with your hat, with your own hat. Just
No, South Florida's going to win this game. It's not. Yeah, go Bulls. This shouldn't even be close.
And just for the record, in situations like when teams like South Florida play absolute rubbish teams like this, depending on the schedule, we may not cover our favorite teams every single week. For a week like this, especially for Florida and Boston College, it actually lined up really well. But, for teams like South Florida, we'll try to put them in as much as we can, but for sure.
Bro.
But
I see how it is.
Nah, it's okay. I won't be bringing up Boston College every week either because we have.
We're going to be putting up Florida every week because our schedule.
Florida has a tough schedule, so Florida pretty much has the only pass. But
every week, but week 2 we play. We don't have to go over Florida Stanford week 2, but
unless Florida gets destroyed by like 90 against Miami, which knowing Drew, he probably thinks will happen. So unless there's absolute reason to hit the panic button after one game, Florida should be good. Moving on, Monday Night Football, college football edition. Boston College is going down to play the Seminoles. And I don't know what to think. I genuinely was believing that if South Florida, my whole thing was South Florida would beat Georgia Tech, so Boston College could do what Georgia Tech just did. That's what I was hoping for. Now I'm afraid that the Seminoles are so pissed off they could easily drop 60 on us.
Yeah, you're fucked. That's all I gotta say.
I believe so. I was hoping Florida State would win a tight game so Boston College could have that upset factor. I was going to pick Boston College to win this game originally.
Wow.
I was going to go on this whole spiel about how Bill O'Brien's going to lead us to victory in his first game and how this will be the year that Castellanos finally becomes that competent quarterback. This is Boston College's breakout game. This is where their defense doesn't get slept on. This is when Robichaud, their brand new running back, he would finally be on display. No. Georgia Tech had to pull off the upset. So now Boston College is so screwed. It's not even funny.
It's over.
It's over. Florida State wins this by 24. And
28.
That is frustrating because that shouldn't be the case.
They win by 28.
Lennon, what do you think? I had all the faith in the world, but now that Florida State kind of got their upset loss out of the way, now my confidence is just absolutely diminished.
Oh, fuck. I will say this. The team who wins will have red and gold in their logo. Is that?
Let me say this. I think Florida State's going to do. I think Florida State is going to do what I did to Boston College last night in NCAA, which you do not want to know the score of that game, Grant. But yeah, that's not going to be pretty.
And that sucks because I was really hoping that Florida State, they would beat Georgia, and they would beat Georgia Tech, and it would be a close game, just like it ended up being in real life. Maybe they're winning on a game-winning field goal or whatever. I was hoping they would just survive, and that would be the wake-up call. But they actually lost the game. But we also have to talk about if Boston College miraculously wins this game on the road and Florida State somehow starts the year off 0-2. Is that more impressive that Boston College won? Or is that more frightening that Florida State is going to be abysmal this year?
I don't care about Florida State. So, Boston College, I would love to see that happen. But we'll see because Florida State's going to come out with vengeance, and it's not going to be pretty. So,
growing up a Gator fan, I think we all know how I feel about the Florida State Criminals. I picked Georgia Tech because I really did think they could win last week with 10% bias. This pick is more like 90% biased, but
no way.
Give the closest thing to BC I have. Go Eagles. Boston College.
No way. I don't know what I'm saying no way to. The fact that the Boston College fan didn't pick Boston College, or the fact that a Giants fan has an Eagles jersey. I could be saying, oh my God, to either of those two things. But anyways.
Insane.
The Eagles jersey was a bet gone wrong because the damn
I know the story.
I made too many bad bets, man.
I do. Yeah. Well, my goal is to get every NFL jersey, and I had to eventually get the Eagles. So I betted on the Cowboys, and Cooper Rush failed me.
Why the hell would you?
I don't know. Because I hate the Eagles, and I'm a Giants fan, and I hate my old friend. I wanted to, but we did buy each other throwback. I bought him a what's that one Eagles player? God damn it.
Brian Dawkins, was it?
Yeah, Brian Dawkins. Then he bought me a Lawrence Taylor jersey. So
I remember you telling me that, and I'm just like, why wouldn't you just buy your own jersey? Like,
well, we wanted to gift it to each other, but
I get it. That's funny.
Sure.
Boston College should have beat Florida State last year. They lost by like 3 or something. They're going to go in.
And you're right, and that's where I was clamoring to the moon last year. We only lost Florida State by 3. We had an amazing fourth quarter. We scored like 18 unanswered or whatever it was.
Boston College lost by 3 to Florida State with Jordan Travis, Trey Benson, and all of their star players. All of those players are gone. DJ, Hawaiian last name, is
DJU. We can just call him DJU.
DJU fumbled the ball away. I can't stand that guy. He's not good. I'm so sick of people hyping him up. He's not good. Boston College goes in to Doak Campbell Stadium and sends those Noles crying again and again and again. And I'm probably this pick is more biased than last week, but go Boston College. Go Eagles.
And now you're hyping me up into switching my pick.
You don't gotta listen to me, man. You gotta listen
I gotta listen to you because as a fan of this team, the issue is if this was okay, I'll be honest. If this is in Chestnut Hill, even after Florida State losing last week, I'm still most likely picking BC. But because it's on the road, I guess I have no choice. But
hey, Doak Campbell ain't all that, bro. Trust me, I was there a couple. It's a cool atmosphere, but
I've been to Doak Campbell. It's really fucking cool.
It really is a really cool stadium. It really, honest to God, it really is.
They beat the shit out of UL Monroe. So
I watched them beat Florida by 7. So I had to get the hell out of Dodge. I was walking to the parking lot and got told "F you" just from walk. I didn't say anything. I was just walking out of the stadium to the parking garage and got yelled at in obscenity. So their fans are the worst. And I hope.
Welcome to how it is with the Warren I-4. I think USF and UCF hate each other equivalently as UF and FSU. We hate each other for no reason. We just don't like each other.
The war on I-4. First of all, that rivalry needs to come back. I think the mayor of Orlando and the mayor of Tampa and the governor of Florida need to get together and make that happen.
Yep.
But
so what do you know about Boston College versus Syracuse? You ever sat in a crowd during one of those games? Oh, quit you sleeping.
I'm sure all 4 people in the crowd were vexed about that game.
I would love to go to a game in the Syracuse Dome. I think that'd be pretty cool. But
the Kibby Dome, baby.
My friend once was like, "You think you could make the trip up?" And I was like, "No, but thanks for the offer, though."
Dude, go. How far is Syracuse?
I'm right. I don't know. I really like the Syracuse Stadium, and I have a bunch of friends who go there, so maybe I will. The only issue is it's not like in the New York City part of New York or the New Jersey part of New York. It's the 1 hour drive from Buffalo and Toronto part of New York.
Yeah,
that's the problem with Syracuse.
Yeah.
It ain't in the city. It's up by Buffalo where all the Tim Hortons are.
I've never had Tim Hortons.
Me either. We're from Florida. We don't know what
that is. Listen. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about.
If you say that it's better than Wawa, I'm coming to Mass. And
I don't even know what Wawa's is. That's not the point. What I'm getting at is their lemonade is sensational.
Guarantee it's not better than the stuff we have here. So.
Yeah, Florida's on top, bro. Come on, public sweet tea, bro. Come on, Publix chicken.
Okay. What do you know
Wawa
about
sandwiches.
honeydew? What you know about honeydew?
I love
Brewed
honeydew, but
I
what
love
you know
honeydew
about pub
too.
subs?
I don't
Yeah,
know
pub
anything
subs. Come on,
about
bro.
that.
The Publix fried chicken, the pub subs. Come
And by
on,
the way, I am not that person from Massachusetts that just absolutely overhypes the hell out of Dunkin' Donuts. I'm
like
not that
Dunkin'.
guy. I
You're
like
not a
Dunkin'
middle-aged
Blah, but it's not
Dunkin's okay.
amazing.
I like Dunkin'. I like Dunkin' better than Starbucks, but I don't like coffee, so obviously I like the donut place better
Fair
than
enough.
Fair enough. All right, before we wrap up this week's episode, maybe we'll try to wrap up every episode with, I guess, a genuine question or whatever. But if you had to pick two teams to play in the Cheez-It Bowl right now heading into week 1, which two teams are you picking?
The Cheez-It Bowl. That's
One
in
of them has to be
Orlando.
Wisconsin, just for the Wisconsin cheese.
Yeah.
That's
a bowl in Orlando. That's downtown Orlando. We might have to go to that one.
That's camping. Yeah, that's Camping World.
Camping World.
Wisconsin. Vermont.
Vermont? That's crazy.
I'm going to say Iowa. And who played last year?
Wasn't it LSU played in it last year?
Yeah, I think it was LSU, Wisconsin. No, Vandy's not making the bowl game.
Actually, I'm gonna choose Cheese State University. that is an actual thing, by the way.
I'm sure it is. I'm gonna say Mississippi State, Iowa.
Oh my god! No! Cheese State University is actually a thing. What?
What the hell? There it is.
Volume 1: Cheese Making Fundamentals from Cow to Cave. Volume
University.
2:
Join us in the Ivy League of Cheese dedication.
Well, there's a Reese's University, so I'm not surprised there's a cheese.
Exploring cheese, families, flavors.
I don't know. I just wanted to throw out a genuine, random bowl game, most random bowl game I could think of, and just say, screw it, predict it. I threw this one on very last second.
Volume 3: Cheesemonger Skills, Food Safety, Retailer Practices, and Sales. Okay, I'm done.
I will go with Iowa State. I'll go with Iowa State versus SMU for this year's Cheez-It Bowl. That is apparently in Florida.
Orlando, Florida. Shout out 407, baby. I hate Orlando so much.
I like a little 904 action.
813, baby. 813.
Hey, I might be in 904 in October. We'll see what happens if I play my cards right.
Are you gonna go to the Jaguars throwback game?
No, but I would. I'm at Florida, Georgia, but if you, yeah.
Go to Jaguars Colts. You can see Anthony Richardson, his first time in Jacksonville.
True.
I'm giving you ideas now. I've never
been to an NFL. See, that's hard because I want to see the Giants for my first time, but I know
it's okay. I eventually had to settle and see the Patriots for my first time.
So I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll conclude season 2, episode 2. Ain't it nice? We actually have games now.
Yeah.
And when next week rolls around, we'll actually have games to recap.
Oh, yeah.
Also, nice. If I ever do go, I don't know which jersey I should wear.
AR.
Okay. They're not rocking. I should put them like this, right, together. Looking Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the Jaguar fan in me, maybe it's the Gator fan in me, but If I was to get an Anthony Richardson jersey, I'd have to just get the Gator.
Yeah.
Because I can't wear a Colts jersey. That is disgusting.
Well,
Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, after our Madden game the other day, I don't think I want to wear a Colts jersey either. But that we won't talk about that.
I beat this man. You know what? I'm not even gonna say the score because this video would get demonetized.
Yeah,
for bullying.
Yeah,
it would get demonetized for bullying, hate crime. Lennon's a trooper for just not rage quitting during the second quarter.
It was fun.
I gotta play one of you on college football, man.
I need to get an Xbox One X so I can play college football. All right. One last question before we wrap it up. If you had to pick, or I'm sure you two at least have already, or at least I know Drew has, started a dynasty mode, what team did you pick and why? Did you pick your favorite team, or did you pick a team that...
I'm currently on year 5. Won 4 national titles. Have had 3 Heisman winners.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the school.
Come on, dude.
It's gotta have to be South Florida, you weirdo. Next. Lennon, if you had to pick a team to go in dynasty mode, who are you picking?
Back on I had NCAA football 11, 12, and 14. I would kind of go back. I would mix them up a little bit, but considering I haven't played in a long time, I'd probably do Florida, just because we need it. But if anything, I would use like a Kennesaw State or Sam Houston or something to start, and then you can progress and go coach different. Then you get better.
Dude, the new game's hard, dude. It's so hard. Like if you're like a 1-star, you're losing.
Like, I've been watching our favorite college football YouTuber. It seems like it's really hard.
So. Oh yeah, I love that guy.
He made his first college football imperialism with the new game, and I'm just reminding myself right now, hey, I gotta go watch that.
Oh, dude, you're gonna be so surprised. Holy shit.
All right, if I had to pick a dynasty mode, whenever I get NC 25, it probably won't be until Christmas or around then, but whatever.
Same for me.
If I had to pick a school, and I'm gonna make my friend happy because he goes to this school, Coastal Carolina.
Hey, shout out Teal Field. Let's go.
Dude, come on. It's either Coastal Carolina or Boise State. It's either the Teal Field or the Blue Field.
I love both of those fields. I like Boise.
Speaking of our favorite YouTuber, I'm not gonna say anything yet, but there's been some talking.
Stay tuned.
That's all I'm saying.
Stay tuned for that. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket.
Nope.
Yeah, nope. Stay tuned.
But yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching season 2, episode 2. Like I said, it's amazing when now we actually have more than just a couple of games to talk about. We can go in depth. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it is Fletcher Sports Zone, but I don't want to advertise me right now. We got to advertise our brand new Instagram page. Already has 11 posts on there. We've pretty much followed every single college, like Division I college football team we possibly could. Me and Lennon were just like, you just want to go on a following spree? And I was like, yeah. And then there we go.
I was busy. So.
Yeah.
But you will be getting, of course, you'll get my regular college game alerts on Floodsters. I'll also be posting additional game alerts like SMU and Montana State, along with some highlights. I don't want to really show them because YouTube may copyright me, so I'm not even going to deal with that. We also are going to make a series. We're going to pick out some of the best plays from each week, and as you can see, games from Georgia Tech, Florida. We have games from Montana State, New Mexico, Norfolk State, SMU, Hawaii got a punt return, all that stuff. Again, can't really show the clips because YouTube is a pain in the ass when it comes to showing that stuff. But Go follow the Instagram Campus Gridiron Podcast on Instagram. Link is in the description, and we will be posting clips from this podcast throughout the week, along with some additional highlights, like I mentioned, on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Wow, I'm putting myself up to the high standards this week. We got the one-off Sunday and Monday night games, so screw it, baby. But for now, that will wrap up this episode of Campus Gridiron. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back in college next week, and I think, Lennon, you will be too, right? Or in a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
I will be back in college, so you know what, though? You know what? We are eventually going to be moving from Mondays to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll announce that on our Instagram page when we find a distinctive date to film. But you got me thinking, guys. Maybe we want to keep it on Monday next week. So it will be a couple of hours before Boston College and Florida State.
That beatdown.
Yeah, Boston
Do
College.
we want to do that? Do we want to make it like a whole pregame show festivity thing? To be honest, that could work because we could just recap the games from Saturday and stuff, and we could make it like an unofficial pre-show.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that and give you an update later in the week. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Grant Fluff from Flusher Sports Zone, along with Drew Humphrey, Lennon Lay. So long. Next episode, you'll get to hear about Lennon's experience going to the swamp. We're going to recap all the week 1 games, give you a more in-depth preview for Boston College and Florida State if we decide to film on Monday next week. And until then, take care and stay tuned. Follow the Instagram page, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.